ਵਥ ਦੇ ਜਗ ਮਹਿ ਉਤਮ ਕਾਢੀਐ ਵਿਰਲੇ ਕੇਈ ਕੇ ਮਹੱਲਾ ਪੰਜਵਾ। ਰਖੇ ਰਖਣ ਹਾਰ ਆਪ ਉਬਾਰਨ ਗੁਰ ਕੀ ਪੈਰੀ ਪਾਏ ਕਾਜ ਸਵਾਰਨ ਹੋਆ ਆਪ ਦਇਆਲ ਮਨ ਹੋ ਨਾ ਵਿਸਾਰਨ। ਸਾਧ ਜਨਾ ਕੈ ਸੰਗ ਭਵਜਲ ਤਾਰਿਨ ਸਾਕਤ ਨਿੰਦਕ ਦੁਸ਼ਟ ਖਿਨ ਮਾਹੀ ਬਿਦਾਰਿਨ। ਤਿਸ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਕੀ ਟੇਕ ਨਾਨਕ ਮਨੈ ਮਾਹੇ ਜਿਸ ਸਿਮਰਤ ਸੁਖ ਹੋਏ ਸਗਲੇ ਦੁਖ ਜਾਹੇ। ਤਿਸ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਕੀ ਟੇਕ ਨਾਨਕ ਮਨੈ ਮਾਹੇ ਜਿਸ ਸਿਮਰਤ ਸੁਖ ਹੋਏ ਸਗਲੇ ਦੁਖ ਜਾਹੇ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਤੂੰ ਠਾਕੁਰ ਤੁਮ ਪਹਿ ਅਰਦਾਸ।
बारक तेरे तुमरी सुख घनेरे कोई न जाने। ऊंचा भगवंत सगल समगरी तुमरे सूतरता।
तुम ते होए सो आज्ञाकारी तुमरी गत मित ਨਾਨਕ ਦਾਸ ਸਦਾ ਕੁਰਬਾਨੀ। ਬੋਲਣਾ ਜੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ। ਅਰਦਾਸ ਏਕ ਓੰਕਾਰ। ਸ੍ਰੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਸ੍ਰੀ ਭਗਵਤੀ ਜੀ ਸਹਾਏ। ਵਾਰ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਭਗਵਤੀ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹੀ ਦਸਵੀਂ। ਪ੍ਰਥਮ ਭਗਵਤੀ ਸਿਮਰ ਕੈ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਲਈ ਧਿਆਏ। ਫਿਰ ਅੰਗਦ ਗੁਰ ਤੇ ਅਮਰਦਾਸ ਰਾਮਦਾਸੈ ਹੋਈ ਸਹਾਏ। ਅਰਜਨ ਹਰਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਨੋ ਸਿਮਰਾਓ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਹਰਿ ਰਾਏ। ਸ਼੍ਰੀ ਹਰਿ ਕ੍ਰਿਸ਼ਨ ਧਿਆਈਐ ਜਿਸ ਡਿਠੈ ਸਭ ਦੁਖ ਜਾਏ। ਤੇਗ ਬਹਾਦਰ ਸਿਮਰਿਐ ਘਰ ਨਉ ਨਿਧ ਆਵੈ ਧਾਏ। ਸਭ ਥਾਈ ਹੋਏ ਸਹਾਏ। ਦਸਵੇਂ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਗੋਬਿੰਦ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਕਲਗੀਧਰ ਪਿਤਾ ਸਭ ਥਾਈ ਹੋਏ ਸਹਾਏ। ਦਸਾਂ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹੀਆਂ ਦੀ ਆਤਮਿਕ ਜੋਤ ਧੰਨ ਧੰਨ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਪਵਿੱਤਰ ਪਾਠ ਦੀਦਾਰ ਦਾ ਧਿਆਨ ਧਰ ਕੇ ਬੋਲੋ ਜੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ। ਪੰਜਾਂ ਪਿਆਰਿਆਂ ਚੌਹਾਂ ਸਾਹਿਬਜ਼ਾਦਿਆਂ 40 ਮੁਕਤਿਆਂ ਹਠੀਆਂ ਜਪੀਆਂ ਤਪੀਆਂ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਨਾਮ ਜਪਿਆ ਵੰਡ ਕੇ ਛਕਿਆ ਦੇਗ ਚਲਾਈ ਤੇ ਗਵਾਹੀ ਦੇਖ ਕੇ ਅਣਡਿਠ ਕੀਤਾ। ਤਿੰਨਾਂ ਪਿਆਰਿਆਂ ਸਚਿਆਰਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਕਮਾਈ ਦਾ ਧਿਆਨ ਧਰ ਕੇ ਬੋਲੋ ਜੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ। ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਸਿੰਘਾਂ ਸਿੰਘਣੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਧਰਮ ਹੇਤ ਸੀਸ ਦਿੱਤੇ ਬੰਦ ਬੰਦ ਕੁਟਵਾਏ ਖੋਪਰੀਆਂ ਲੋਹਾਈਆਂ ਚਰਖੜੀਆਂ ਤੇ ਚੜੇ ਤਾਂ ਨਿਆਰਿਆਂ ਨਾਲ ਚਰਾਏ ਗਏ। ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਲਈ ਕੁਰਬਾਨੀਆਂ ਕੀਤੀਆਂ ਧਰਮ ਨਹੀਂ ਹਾਰਿਆ। ਸਿੱਖੀ ਕੇਸਾਂ ਸਵਾਸਾਂ ਸੰਗ ਨਿਭਾਹੇ ਤਿਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਕਮਾਈ ਦਾ ਧਿਆਨ ਧਰ ਕੇ ਬੋਲੋ ਜੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ। ਪੰਜਾਂ ਤਖਤਾਂ ਸਰਬੱਤ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਿਆਂ ਦਾ ਧਿਆਨ ਧਰ ਕੇ ਬੋਲੋ ਜੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ। ਪ੍ਰਥਮੇ ਸਰਬੱਤ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਅਰਦਾਸ ਹੈ ਜੀ। ਸਰਬੱਤ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਜੀ ਕੋ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਮ ਚਿਤ ਆਵੇ ਚਿਤ ਆਵਨ ਕਾ ਸਦਕਾ ਸਰਬ ਸੁਖ ਹੋਵੇ ਜਹਾਂ ਜਹਾਂ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਜੀ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਤਹਾਂ ਤਹਾਂ ਰਸਿਆ ਰਿਆਇਤ। ਦੇਗ ਤੇਗ ਫਤਿਹ ਬਿਰਦ ਕੀ ਪੈਰ ਪੰਥ ਕੀ ਜੀਤ। ਸ੍ਰੀ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀ ਸਹਾਏ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਜੀ ਕੇ ਬੋਲ ਵਾਲੇ ਬੋਲੋ ਜੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ। ਸਿੱਖਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਿੱਖੀ ਦਾਨ ਕੇਸ ਦਾਨ ਰਹਿਤ ਦਾਨ ਵਿਵੇਕ ਦਾਨ ਵਿਸਾਹ ਦਾਨ ਭਰੋਸਾ ਦਾਨ ਦਾਨਾ ਸਿਰ ਦਾਨ ਨਾਮ ਦਾਨ। ਸ੍ਰੀ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤਸਰ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਦਰਸ਼ਨੀ ਇਸ਼ਨਾਨ ਚੌਂਕੀਆਂ ਝੰਡੇ ਬੁੰਗੇ ਜੁਗੋ ਜੁਗੇ ਅਟਲ ਧਰਮ ਕਾ ਜੈ ਜੈਕਾਰ ਬੋਲੋ ਜੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ। ਸਿੱਖਾਂ ਦਾ ਮਨ ਨੀਵਾ ਮਤ ਉੱਚੀ ਮਤ ਪਤ ਦਾ ਰਾਖਾ ਆਪ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਹੈ। ਅਕਾਲ ਪੁਰਖ ਆਪਣੇ ਪੰਥ ਦੇ ਸਦਾ ਸਹਾਈ ਦਾ ਤਾਰ ਪਿਤਾ ਜੀ। ਸ੍ਰੀ ਨਨਕਾਣਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਤੇ ਹੋਰ ਗੁਰਦੁਆਰਿਆਂ ਗੁਰਧਾਮਾਂ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਪੰਥ ਨੂੰ ਵਿਛੋੜਿਆ ਗਿਆ ਹੈ ਤਿਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਖੁੱਲੇ ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਦੀਦਾਰ ਤੇ ਸੇਵਾ ਸੰਭਾਲ ਦਾ ਦਾਨ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਜੀ ਨੂੰ ਬਖਸ਼ੋ। ਹੇ ਨਿਮਾਣਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਮਾਣ ਨਿਤਾਣਿਆਂ ਦੇ ਤਾਣ ਨਿਓਟਿਆਂ ਦੀ ਓਟ ਧੰਨ ਧੰਨ ਸਤਿਗੁਰੂ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਗੁਰੂ ਗ੍ਰੰਥ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਸੱਚੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਜੀ। ਆਪ ਜੀ ਦੇ ਪਾਵਨ ਚਰਨਾਂ ਕਮਲਾਂ ਪਾਸ ਅਰਦਾਸ ਬੇਨਤੀ ਜੋਦਲੀ ਆਪ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਅਪਾਰ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਦਾ ਸਦਕਾ ਆਪ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਪਵਿੱਤਰ ਹਜ਼ੂਰੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਸ਼ਾਮ ਸੰਧਿਆ ਵੇਲੇ ਦੇ ਸੁੰਦਰ ਦੀਵਾਨ ਸਜਾਏ ਗਏ। ਸਜੇ ਹੋਏ ਦੀਵਾਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਪ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤਮਈ ਗੁਰਬਾਣੀ ਸੋਦਰ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਰਹਿਰਾਸ ਸਾਹਿਬਾਨ ਦੇ ਜਾਪ ਸੱਚੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਜੀ ਆਪ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤਮਈ ਗੁਰਬਾਣੀ ਦੇ ਜਾਪ ਕਰਦਿਆਂ ਪੜ੍ਹਦਿਆਂ ਸੁਣਦਿਆਂ ਹੋਈਆਂ ਭੁੱਲਾਂ ਚੁੱਕਾਂ ਦੀ ਖਿਮਾ ਬਖਸ਼ਣੀ, ਅੱਗੇ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਸਮਤ ਬਖਸ਼ਣੀ, ਕਿਰਪਾ ਕਰਨੀ। ਪੜੀ ਸੁਣੀ ਗੁਰਬਾਣੀ, ਸੋਧ ਕੇ ਦਰ ਤੇ ਪ੍ਰਵਾਨ ਕਰਨੀ। ਬਾਣੀ ਪੜੀ ਦਾ ਭਾਵ ਸਰਬੱਤ ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਦੇ ਹਿਰਦਿਆਂ 'ਚ ਵਸਾਵਣਾ। ਦਰੋਂ ਕਰੋ ਗੁਰਸਿੱਖੀ ਜੀਵਨ ਨਾਮ ਦੀਆਂ ਦਾਤਾਂ ਬਖਸ਼ਣੀਆਂ। ਸਭਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਪਰਿਵਾਰਾਂ ਵਿੱਚ ਸੁਖ ਸ਼ਾਂਤੀ, ਦੇਹ ਰੋਗਤਾ, ਤੰਦਰੁਸਤੀ ਦਾ, ਚਰਨ ਕਮਲਾਂ ਦਾ ਪਿਆਰ ਬਖਸ਼ਣਾ। ਸੱਚੇ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਜੀਓ, ਅੱਜ ਦੇ ਦੀਵਾਨਾਂ ਤੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਕੇ ਲੰਗਰਾਂ ਦੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਸਰਬੱਤ ਸੰਗਤ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਹੋ ਰਹੀ। ਆਪ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਕਰਨੀ, ਸਰਬੱਤ ਸੰਗਤ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਕੀਤੀ ਸੇਵਾ ਦਰ ਤੇ ਪ੍ਰਵਾਨ ਕਰਨੀ। ਕਿਰਪਾ ਕਰਨੀ, ਸ਼ੁਭ ਭਾਵਨਾਵਾਂ ਗੁਰਮਤਿ ਅਨੁਸਾਰ ਸੰਪੂਰਨ ਕਰਨੀਆਂ। ਦਰੋਂ ਕਰੋਂ ਅਸੀਸਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਨਿਵਾਜਣਾ ਆਈਆਂ। ਸਰਬੱਤ ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਹਾਜ਼ਰੀਆਂ ਤਿਲ ਫੁੱਲ ਭੇਟਾਵਾਂ ਦਰ ਤੇ ਪ੍ਰਵਾਨ ਕਰਨੀਆਂ। ਕਦਮ ਕਦਮ ਲੇਖੇ ਲਾਵਣਾ। ਆਪ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਪਵਿੱਤਰ ਹਜ਼ੂਰੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਅੰਮ੍ਰਿਤਮਈ ਕੜਾ ਪ੍ਰਸ਼ਾਦ ਦੀ ਸਜ ਕੇ ਹਾਜ਼ਰਾ ਦਰ ਤੇ ਪ੍ਰਵਾਨ ਹੋਵੇ। ਜੋ ਜੀ ਛਕੇ ਆਪ ਜੀ ਦਾ ਪਵਿੱਤਰ ਨਾਮ ਸਤਨਾਮ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜਪੇ। ਆਪ ਜੀ ਕਿਰਪਾ ਕਰੋ, ਪਵਿੱਤਰ ਇਲਾਹੀ ਹੁਕਮਨਾਮੇ ਬਖਸ਼ ਕੇ ਸਮੂਹ ਸੰਗਤ ਨੂੰ ਕਿਰਤਾਸ ਕਰੋ। ਪ੍ਰੰਤ ਵਿਸ਼ੇਸ਼ ਦੀਵਾਨ ਸਜਾਉਣ ਦੀ ਆਗਿਆ ਬਖਸ਼ੋ। ਜੋ ਆਪ ਜੀ ਦਰ ਤੇ ਆਵੇ ਸੋ ਰਾਜੀ ਤੇ ਪ੍ਰਸੰਨ ਹੋ ਕੇ ਜਾਵੇ। ਨਾਨਕ ਨਾਮ ਚੜ੍ਹਦੀ ਕਲਾ, ਤੇਰੇ ਭਾਣੇ ਸਰਬੱਤ ਦਾ ਭਲਾ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਬੋਲੇ ਸੋ ਨਿਹਾਲ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ।
ਸਤਨਾਮ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀਓ। ਅਬਨਾਸੀ ਜੀਨ ਕੋ ਦਾਤਾ, ਸਿਮਰਤ ਸਭ ਮਲ ਖੋਈ। ਗੁਣ ਨਿਧਾਨ ਭਗਤਨ ਕੋ ਬਰਤਨ, ਬਿਰਲਾ ਪਾਵੇ ਕੋਈ। ਮੇਰੇ ਮਨ ਜਪ ਗੁਰ ਗੋਪਾਲ, ਗੁਣ ਨਿਧਾਨ ਭਗਤਨ ਕੋ ਪਾਈਐ। ਬਾਹੁੜ ਦੁਖ ਨਾ ਹੋਈ। ਜਾਂ ਕੀ ਸ਼ਰਨ ਪਿਆ ਸੁਖ ਪਾਈਐ। ਬਾਹੁੜ ਦੁਖ ਨਾ ਹੋਈ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਜੀਓ। ਸੋਰਠ ਮਹਲਾ ਪੰਜਵਾਂ। ਗੁਰਪੂਰਾ ਭੇਟਿਓ ਵੱਡ ਭਾਗੀ, ਮਨਹਿ ਭਇਆ ਪਰਗਾਸਾ। ਕੋਈ ਨਾ ਪਹੁੰਚਨ ਹਾਰਾ ਦੂਜਾ, ਆਪਣੇ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਕਾ ਭਰਵਾਸਾ। ਗੁਰਪੂਰਾ ਭੇਟਿਓ ਵੱਡ ਭਾਗੀ, ਮਨਹਿ ਭਇਆ ਪਰਗਾਸਾ। ਕੋਈ ਨਾ ਪਹੁੰਚਨ ਹਾਰਾ ਦੂਜਾ, ਆਪਣੇ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਕਾ ਭਰਵਾਸਾ। ਆਪਣੇ ਸਤਿਗੁਰ ਕੈ ਬਲਹਾਰੇ, ਆਗੇ ਸੁਖ ਪਾਛੈ ਸੁਖ ਸਹਿਜਾ। ਕਰ ਆਨੰਦ ਹਮਾਰੇ ਰਹਾਉ। ਅੰਤਰਜਾਮੀ ਕਰਨੇ ਹਾਰਾ, ਸੋਈ ਖਸਮ ਹਮਾਰਾ। ਨਿਰਭਉ ਭਏ ਗੁਰ ਚਰਣੀ ਲਾਗੇ, ਇਕ ਰਾਮ ਨਾਮ ਆਧਾਰਾ। ਸਫਲ ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਅਕਾਲ ਮੂਰਤ, ਪ੍ਰਭ ਹੈ ਪੀ ਹੋਵਨ ਹਾਰਾ। ਕੰਠ ਲਗਾਏ ਆਪਣੇ ਜਨ ਰਾਖੇ, ਆਪਣੀ ਪ੍ਰੀਤ ਪਿਆਰਾ। ਵੱਡੀ ਵਡਿਆਈ ਅਚਰਜ ਸੋਭਾ, ਕਾਰਜ ਆਇਆ ਰਾਸੇ। ਨਾਨਕ ਕੋ ਗੁਰਪੂਰਾ ਭੇਟਿਓ, ਸਗਲੇ ਦੁਖ ਬਿਨਾਸੇ। ਵੱਡੀ ਵਡਿਆਈ ਅਚਰਜ ਸੋਭਾ, ਕਾਰਜ ਆਇਆ ਰਾਸੇ। ਨਾਨਕ ਕੋ ਗੁਰਪੂਰਾ ਭੇਟਿਓ, ਸਗਲੇ ਦੁਖ ਬਿਨਾਸੇ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ।
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ। ਸਗਲੇ ਜੀ ਤੁਮਾਰੇ, सगले जी तुम्हारे, बुरा भला कहो किसनो कहिए, बुरा भला कहो किसनो कहिए। सगले जी तुम्हारे, सगले जी तुम्हारे, बुरा भला कहो किसनो कहिए, बुरा भला कहो किसनो कहिए। जीत आवे तो सदा दयाला, लोगन क्या विचारे। जीत आवे ता सदा दयाला, लोगन क्या विचारे। सगले जी तुम्हारे, सगले जी तुम्हारे, बुरा भला कहो किसनो कहिए, बुरा भला कहो किसनो कहिए। तू विसरे ता सबको लागू, चीक आवे ता सेवा। तू विसरे ता सबको लागू, आवे ता सेवा। अवर न को दूजा सूझे, साचे अलख अपेवा। साचे अलख अपेवा। सगले जी तुम्हारे, सगले जी तुम्हारे, बुरा भला कहो किसनो कहिए, बुरा भला कहो किसनो कहिए। तेरी टेक तेरा आधारा, हाथ दे तू राखे। जिस जन ऊपर तेरी कृपा, तिसको विपना को पाके। जिस जन ऊपर तेरी कृपा, तिसको विपना को पाके सगल जी तुम्हारे, सगल जी तुम्हारे। बुरा भला कहो किसनु कहिए, बुरा भला कहो किसनु कहिए। ओह सुख ओहा वड्याई, जो प्रभु जी मन पानी। ओह सुख ओहा वड्याई, जो प्रभु जी मन पानी। तू दाना तू सद मेर भाना, नाम मिले रंग बाणी। तू दाना तू सद मेर भाना, नाम मिले रंग बाणी। सगल जी तुम्हारे, सगल जी तुम्हारे। बुरा भला कहो किसनु कहिए, बुरा भला कहो किसनु कहिए। तुद आगे अरदास हमारी, जियो पिंड सब तेरा। तुद आगे अरदास हमारी, जियो पिंड सब तेरा। कहो नानक सब तेरी वड्याई, कोई नाओ ना जाने मेरा। कहो नानक सब तेरी वड्याई, कोई नाओ न जाने मेरा। सगल जी तुम्हारे, सगल जी तुम्हारे। बुरा भला कहो किसनु कहिए, बुरा भला कहो किसनु कहिए। जीत आवे ता सदा दयाला, लोगन क्या विचारे। जीत आवे ता सदा दयाला, लोगन क्या विचारे। सगल जी तुम्हारे, सगल जी तुम्हारे। बुरा भला कहो किसनु कहिए, बुरा भला कहो किसनु कहिए। सगल जी तुम्हारे, सगल जी तुम्हारे, बुरा भला कहो किसनू कहिए, बुरा भला कहो किसनू कहिए, बुरा भला कहो किसनू कहिए। सभे जी समाल अपनी मेहर कर, सभे जी समाल अपनी मेहर कर, 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 अपनी मेहर कर। सभे जी समाल अपनी मेहर कर, सभे जी समाल अपनी मेहर कर, अपनी मेहर कर, अपनी मेहर कर, अपनी मेहर कर, अपनी मेहर कर। अन पानी मोची उपाए दुख दालत भन तर, अन पानी मोची उपाए दुख दालत भन तर, अरदास सुनी दातार होई श्रेष्ठ ठर, अरदास सुनी दातार होई श्रेष्ठ ठर, होई श्रेष्ठ ठर। अपनी मेहर कर, अपनी मेहर कर, अपनी मेहर कर, अपनी मेहर कर। सभे जी समाल अपनी मेहर कर, सभे जी समाल अपनी मेहर कर, अपनी मेहर कर, अपनी मेहर कर, अपनी मेहर कर। ले वो कंठ लगाए अपदा सब हर, अपदा सब हर। नानक नाम ते आए प्रभु का सफल कर, प्रभु का सफल कर। नानक नाम ते आए प्रभु का सफल कर, प्रभु का सफल कर। अपनी मेहर कर, 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 अपनी मेहर कर। सबे जी समाल अपनी मेहर कर, सबे जी समाल अपनी मेहर कर, अपनी मेहर कर, अपनी मेहर कर, अपनी मेहर कर। नानक नाम ते आए प्रभु का सफल कर, प्रभु का सफल कर। नानक नाम ते आए प्रभु का सफल कर, प्रभु का सफल कर। अपनी मेहर कर, अपनी मेहर कर, अपनी मेहर कर। सब जी समाल अपनी मेहर कर, सब जी समाल अपनी मेहर कर, अपनी मेहर कर, अपनी मेहर कर, अपनी मेहर कर, अपनी मेहर कर। वाहिगुरु जी का खालसा, वाहिगुरु जी की फतेह।
गुरु साध संगत, वाह जी का खालसा, वाह जी की फतेह। I'm going to start the program. I am Darshan Singh Mundi. I'm the public relation officer of the Sikh temple. We are all welcome you all faiths. We are honored. I am honored. Our congregation is honored. Our management committee of the Sikh temple Sacramento, we are all honored. You are all welcome again. We appreciate in your time. I know it's hard for you sitting on the floor, but this is the tradition. This is our gurus have given the humbleness they have given. Even in the kitchen, eating on the floor is humbleness. I will not take much time now. We are going to start, and our Gurdwara group, Mr. Harpreet Singh Ji and group, they will start singing two hymns. The one you might have read it has in the email, and it will be all translated on both sides on the screens. And after this, we will start our regular program. Thank you very much. Vahji ka Khalsa, Vahji ki Fateh.
जगत जलंदा रख ले अपनी कृपा था, जगत जलंदा रख ले अपनी कृपा था, जगत जलंदा रख ले, रख ले, रख ले, रख ले,
अपनी कृपा जगत जलंदा रख ले। जित द्वारे उभरे इतने हो उभार, जित द्वारे उभरे इतने हो उभार, रख ले रख ले रख ले रख ले, जगत जलंदा रख ले। अपनी कृपा जगत जलंदा रख ले। सतगुर सुख विखालिया, सच्चा शब्द विचार, नानक अवर ना सुझई, हर बिन बख्शनहार। नानक अवर ना सुझई, हर बिन बख्शनहार। रख ले रख ले रख ले रख ले, जगत जलंदा रख ले। अपनी कृपा जगत जलंदा रख ले। अपनी कृपा जगत जलंदा रख ले। जित द्वारे उभरे पहले हो भार, जित द्वारे उभरे पहले हो भार। रख ले रख ले रख ले रख ले, जगत जलंदा रख ले। अपनी कृपा जगत जलंदा रख ले। अपनी कृपा जगत जलंदा रख ले। जगत जलंदा रख ले रख ले रख ले। बिसर नहीं दातार अपना नाम दो, गुण गावा दिन रात नानक चाहे हो। गुण गावा दिन रात नानक चाहे हो। गुण गाओ बिसर नहीं दातार अपना नाम दे हो। गुण गावा दिन रात नानक चाहे हो। गुण गावा दिन रात नानक चाहे हो। गुण गावा दिन रात नानक चावे हो। बिसर नाही दातार अपना नाम दे हो। गुण गावा दिन रात नानक चावे हो। गुण गावा दिन रात नानक चावे हो। सिमरत वेद पुराण पुकार पोथिया। नाम बिना सब कूड़ गाली होशिया। नाम निधान अपार भगता मन से। जन्म मरण मोह दुख साधु संग नसै। जन्म मरण मोह दुख साधु संग नसै। जन्म मरण मोह दुख साधु संग नसै। बिसर नहीं दातार अपना नाम दे हो। गुण गावा दिन रात नानक चावे हो। नानक चावे हो। मोह बाद अहंकार सर पर रूनिया। सुख न पायन मूल नाम बिछुनिया। सुख ना पायन मूल नाम बिछुनिया। मेरी मेरी तार बंधन बन गया। नरक सुरग अवतार माया कंदिया। नरक सुरग अवतार माया कंदिया। नरक सुरग अवतार माया कंदिया। बिसर नहीं दातार अपना नाम दे हो। गुण गावा दिन रात नानक चावे 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 हो। सोदत सोदत सोद तत विचारे नाम बिना सुख नाही। सर पर हारिया आवे जाए आने। ओ मर मर जन्मते बिन बुझे सब वाद। जोनी परमते जिनको पाए दयाल साधु संग पया। जिनको पाए दयाल साधु संग पया। अमृत हर का नाम तिन जन जप लिया। अमृत हर का नाम तिन जन जप लिया। अमृत हर का नाम तिन जन जप लिया। बिसर नहीं दातार अपना नाम ਗਾਵਾਂ ਗੁਣ ਗਾਵਾਂ ਗੁਣ ਗਾਵਾਂ ਦਿਨ ਰਾਤ ਰਾਤ ਬਿਸਰ ਨਹੀਂ ਦਾਤਾਰ ਆਪਣਾ ਨਾਮ ਦੇਹੋ ਗੁਣ ਗਾਵਾਂ ਦਿਨ ਰਾਤ ਨਾਨਕ ਛਾਵੇ ਗੁਣ ਗਾਵਾਂ ਦਿਨ ਰਾਤ ਨਾਨਕ ਛਾਵੇ ਗੁਣ ਗਾਵਾਂ ਦਿਨ ਰਾਤ ਨਾਨਕ ਛਾਵੇ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ।
ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਧ ਸੰਗਤ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਖਾਲਸਾ ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। Again, welcome coming today. Some of the people came in when the program was started, and we all appreciate and welcome you all faiths, and thank you. You will be wondering what the Sikhs are, our turban, and why we look like this. Why we don't cut here and be like other Americans, other faiths. We will try to today show you something, who we are, why we wear the turban, we don't cut over here, why we bow to Guru Granth Sahib. We are Sikhs, we are from India, Punjab state. After the partition, half the Punjab went to Pakistan, half came to India. We are very hardworking people, and the Sikhs are here in US over 100 years. Sikhs are from taxi driver up to scientists in US, up to NASA. So the contributions all over in the economy. The word Sikh in Punjabi language means disciple. Sikhs are disciples of God who follow the writings and teachings of the 10 Sikh Gurus. Sikh religion is based on 10 Gurus, 10 prophets. The last prophet gave us Guru Granth Sahib, and Guru Granth Sahib is compiled by Guru Gobind Singh Ji, our 10th prophet. Why we bow? Because the teachings and Guru Granth Sahib is our Guru. We don't believe in any other Guru. Guru Granth Sahib Ji is our Guru. His teachings, and we bow, we respect, we treat him our alive Guru. First Guru Nanak Dev Ji, from April 15th, 1469 to September 22nd, 1539. Guru Nanak is the founder of the Sikhism. First, there is only one God, he said. He is the same God for all people of all religions. In Sikhism, the practice of free kitchen have been started by the first Sikh Guru, Nanak Dev Ji. It was designed to uphold the principle of equality. We are sitting on the floor. Between all people, regardless of religion, caste, color, creed, age, gender, or social status. He has given us, in Punjabi we call Naam Japna, remembering God through meditation all times of the day and night, during each and every activity. Kirt karo, earning a livelihood by means of honest efforts and endeavors. Vanchako, selfless, serving others, sharing income and resources, including foodstuffs and other goods. Guru Nanak Dev Ji has given equal rights to the woman. Guru Nanak Dev Ji condemned this man, made notion of the inferiority of women, and protested against their long subjection. The ultimate truth was revealed to Guru Nanak Dev Ji through the mystic experience. In direct communion with the God, Guru Nanak Dev Ji conveys the truth through his scripture as follows. Man is born from a woman. Within woman, man is conceived. To a woman, he is engaged and married. Man is friends with woman. Through woman, the future generations exist. When his woman passes away, he seeks for another woman. To a woman, a man is bound. So why call her bad? From her, kings are born. For a woman, from a woman, woman is born. Without woman, there would be no one at all. It is in our Guru Granth Sahib on page 473. You must be wondering, like our ladies, they come in nice dresses and beautiful ladies. Well, cost like a suit. Rachel, I think, bought a new suit and she knows how much it cost. Guru Amar Das Ji, 31st March 1479 to 1st September 1574. He also has given equality to the woman as follows. Condemned the wearing of the veil, the female infanticide, the steps Sikh Guru took to advocate the equality of women revolutionized the tradition of the Indian society. A woman began to partake in social, religious, and political affairs. Their contribution and worth as equal partner of men became more obvious. The Gurus taught the men and women are equal in the eyes of God, so are equal in rights on the earth. Guru Arjan Dev Ji, who is our fifth Guru, from 15th April 1563 to May 30th to 1606, was a prolific poet and composed 2,218 hymns, or more than third and the largest collection of hymns in Guru Granth Sahib. So 2,218 hymns are from the fifth prophet. The one you heard today, one of the hymns is from Guru Arjan Dev Ji. Guru Arjan was arrested under the orders of a Muslim emperor Jahangir and asked to convert to Islam. He refused, was tortured and executed on September 1st, 1574. Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, our ninth prophet, from 1st April 1621 to 11 November 1675. The ninth Guru Tegh Bahadur Sahib Ji is continuing the unwavering sentence of preceding Sikh Gurus against religious intolerance, sacrificed his life defending the right of Hindus to practice their faith freely. Sikhs throughout history have been guided by this devotion to the principles of religious freedom and have not forced their beliefs onto others. In fact, they have worked and fought to defend the rights of all others to believe and practice as they wish. Opposed and forced conversions of the Hindu by Muslims was consequently prosecuted, ninth prophet imprisoned, tortured, and executed under the order of the Muslim Emperor Aurangzeb. 10th Guru, Guru Gobind Singh Ji, compiled Guru Granth Sahib Ji in poetry form. It contains references of 6 gurus. We have 10 gurus, but Guru Granth Sahib Ji have the references from the 6 gurus and 37 saints from other faiths. There is a reference in Guru Granth Sahib, Christianity, Buddhist, Hinduism, from Muslims, all faiths. This Holy Guru Granth Sahib is very modern. Our faith is youngest in the world and very modern faith. Sikhs consider Guru Granth Sahib to be spiritual guide not only for the Sikhs but for all humanity. It plays a central role in guiding Sikhs' way of life. Guru Granth Sahib Ji is truly unique among the world's greatest preachers. After the death of 10th Guru, this holy book is the Guru of Sikhs. It considered the supreme spiritual authority and head of Sikh religion rather than living person, and all answers regarding religion, ethics, and morality can be discovered within. The key is that a Sikh bows to the words and ideas contained within the Guru Granth Sahib and not the book, the binding. Shri Guru Granth Sahib Ji is a sign of submission before the word of God. The Gurus have stressed in Gurbani, the Gurbani, the one you heard in Punjabi we call Gurbani, that the word hymns being written are not their own but the result of what God, Vaheguru, wants them to write. And thus these hymns, Shabads, are the direct message of the God Vaheguru. Guru Granth Sahib Ji promote the message for equality of all being and at the same time state Sikh beliefs obtains supreme status. Guru Granth Sahib Ji promote the concept of equality by highlighting the fact that we are made of the same flesh, blood, and bone, and we have the same light of God with us. Sikhs believe in importance of truth living, which can be created by purity of mind and not through religion's purification rites. The beliefs that impurity of mind leads many other vices such as anger, lust, attachment, ego, and greed. I'll stop here. Ladies and gentlemen, today we are here. I have not done anything for this program. We have not done anything in the program. Whatsoever we arrange, we are here. So you are getting the email from a person I have a great respect, know her from last so many years. I will ask Rachel Lemon to come. So Rachel, please come. I would like to introduce Rachel Lemon of Interfaith Explorer. For the past 10 years, she has been active in interfaith work in Sacramento and has brought many groups to visit our temple. In April, she asked if she could bring a group to visit from her church, but instead was decided to host community-wide open house for people of all churches and asked Rachel to plan it. So she brought the problem by herself. So in conjunction with John Fish, the Interfaith Council of Greater Sacramento, my friend, the president. I'm also the board member in Sacramento Sikh Council. And with support of the Spiritual Life Center, the event was created. Please give a warm welcome to Rachel Wyman. Rachel.
Thank you so much for that wonderful introduction. I'm having so much fun. I hope you are too. Oh, so when Darshan asked me to plan this event, I was honored, but uncertain about my ability to do all this when he asked me. But what I learned in the last 5 months was that my passion for interfaith work and my love for the Sikh community — I've been out here half a dozen times with other groups over the years — I knew I was called to do this because of that. So the idea of holding a community-wide open house for 500 people was conceived by Darshan and his temple staff. But all along, it was spirit-driven. So even though I had doubts and a little bit of fear here and there was no doubt it would be successful. And look what happened. Look, we're all here. So thank you for coming. But an event of this magnitude isn't something that happens all by itself. I started out by myself. But Spirit said, Rachel, you need a little help. So Spirit sent help to me. And first, I want to thank my home church, SLC, which is Spiritual Life Center, especially Elaine Laura and Becca Costello for offering to host online registration for this event. Thank you so much. I also want to thank Sally Sion. When I first had the flyers out on the welcome table at our church, she grabbed a bunch of them and hand-walked them to about 6 churches right near Spiritual Life Center, all by herself. I thought that was, so I don't know if you're here tonight, Sally, but thank you very much. And I could not have done this alone to contact all these churches without Cheryl Davies and Pam Logan. Cheryl was a tremendous help. She stepped up, and then Pam stepped up, and they both helped me call and email those 100 churches. There are about 80 churches in the Sacramento area in the Interfaith Council, and over 20 here in West Sacramento. So I don't know where he is, John Fish, but I certainly want to thank John Fish. There he is out there. Hi, John. From the Interfaith Council. For when I put the flyer together, he was in the loop on this from the very beginning, so thank you. I'm so glad he was. So he made sure that the flyer was sent out to 80 plus churches and organizations that are members of the Interfaith Council of Greater Sacramento. And many of you here today are from a church that belongs to that organization. And also Darshan and John, each and every day as we went through this process, they were both they gave me positive support all along the way, so I really appreciate that. But this night isn't about my journey. This is about all of you and the Sikhs. I want you to take a moment and just look around at who's here tonight. Realize that you are one of 540 people who registered online for this event, from 35 different churches and 18 different faith traditions. 18. And you also traveled here from Stockton, Roseville, El Dorado Hills, Elk Grove, Sacramento, Davis, and West Sacramento to attend this function. And you came here tonight with open hearts and open minds because you wanted to learn about the Sikhs. And we also invited dignitaries, of course, and the media because we wanted to document this most amazing occasion. Now, you have to realize that tonight is history in the making, for it is one of the largest interfaith gatherings ever created to build bridges and peace of understanding between the Sikhs and people of all faiths in Greater Sacramento. So in closing, thank the Sikhs. So in closing, I can't talk too long, but I'd love to, but I just want to share something with you. So at SLC, we've had a lot of different interfaith classes and meetings and so forth. So at the end of a session that we had talking about the Buddhist faith, we had Bhante, who is a Buddhist monk from West Sacramento actually, there that night. And he and I sat down next to each other, and he looked me in the eyes, and he did this. And he said to me, Rachel, there is no separation between us. I still choke up when I tell people that. So tonight, as you look in the eyes of everyone here you see, may you also see that there's no separation between any of us. For when we honor and respect one another's faith and culture, we are all truly one people. Thank you. I'm going to introduce John. Right? So I get the mic again for a little longer. So now it's my pleasure to introduce the next speaker. For many of you here tonight, this man needs no introduction because you immediately recognize him for his presence at and for being the driving force behind interfaith events held in Greater Sacramento for many, many years. Known for his skill and loving dedication in promoting goodwill in the interfaith community, he has become a living legend for creating beautifully orchestrated interfaith events that start on time and end on time. So please give a warm welcome to the longtime president of the Interfaith Council of Greater Sacramento, Mr. John Fish. Doing something else?
Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
Rachel, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize. That's my mistake. In our faith, in front of the Guru, inside, we don't clap. So, yeah. So, that's my mistake. I didn't tell you. Second thing, you can take the pictures inside, anywhere. You want to move around, come here, take the picture of Guru Gaddi. So, you can move around, no problem for the picture. And third thing, the ladies and the men, wife, husband, you can sit together. But like in a tradition, we sit down separately in a regular program, our ladies, just due to the respect. So, we are going to recognize Rachel, wonderful person. But with this, I give another news, Rachel. This program, we committee have decided that will continue, and we are going to have it every year. So Rachel has big responsibility to do it. I was only doing answering her maybe 25 emails a day. That's all I was doing. So we have one behind us, our president Balbir Singh Dhillon, and our chairman Mr. Malkeet Singh, and our general secretary Mohinder Singh Sandhu.
Thank you. A lifetime assignment. Okay. Oh, wow. Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
I invite John Fish now. And next speaker after John is our news interview CEO Jeff.
Thank you for that introduction, Rachel. It felt like I was at my funeral. 4 or 5 weeks before my 8th birthday, my father was killed in an accident. And that left my mother with 5 sons and 2 daughters. And her parents were dead, so my grandfather and grandmother Fish came to stay with us for a couple of weeks. And in our home, my oldest sibling was 13, the youngest one was 6 months old. In that home was a lot of anxiety and fear and confusion and wonderment. During the week between the death and the funeral, my brother, who's just a little older than I, got into, we called it an 8-year-old brawl. We slapped and kicked and pushed and shoved and those things. And my grandmother sat us down that night and told this story. 2 little droplets of water resided in a high mountain lake. And one day, one droplet said, "There must be more than just this lake. And I'm going to swim out to the waterfall and see where others go." And down a high and rugged and rough waterfall he went, the other one having said, "No way, I'm comfortable where I am." And he crashed down below into the rocks and into the river and eventually made his way to the ocean. The ocean welcomed him, said it was nice for him to be there. He would learn some other things, and he did. And one day, to his surprise, the clouds lifted him up, carried him back some hundreds of miles, and plopped him down in the same lake from where he started. And he said to his friend, "You've got to experience this." And his friend said, "No, I'm happy where I am." So that droplet went back over the waterfalls and continued to do that and made new friends in the ocean and brought them back to the lake over and over and over. And soon, instead of having a friend or 2 in that lake, he had thousands because he was willing to reach out. And Grandma said, "You guys have got to work together. You've got to be unified. You've got to be accepting and forgiving and understanding. That's what your daddy would want you to do," she said. And I believed her. And so these kind of events show, as we often say, that we all live in the same house. We've just come through different doors. And that's what we want to do. In Greater Sacramento, we all want to understand that we're brothers and sisters, that we're all children of God, and that we love each other, and that heaven loves us. And may that be so. Thanks, brother.
It says, Sikh Temple, Sacramento, recognizing Interfaith Council of Greater Sacramento President John Fish for his civic leadership and long-time friendship with the Sikh community of California. John Fish has come in here lots of time. We have done lots of functions. We celebrated, sad also, but always he comes in. He's a wonderful person. He's the pillar of our community. Jeff is the CEO from Sacramento News and Review, friend of mine since 9/11, and we have done unity programs so many times since then. Is Jeff here? So he's a good friend of Sikhs. He has given so many articles, and we joined with him for the Habitat program. And the day the fundraising opening was done here in Gurdwara with the dinner and everything. Next speaker is Sian Reagan, FBI agent in charge, Roseville Division. Sian. Sian is here. Next, our good friend and from this district, Assembly Member Kevin McCarty. Kevin, please come to the podium. For the recognition, I'll request Justice George Nicholson, please come. Please come here. You're welcome to Sikh Temple. John, can you please come with your friend Justice George Nicholson? We are going to recognize him. He's coming.
Dury has got that presentation from the State Senate that she wants to make to you.
Okay.
There, okay. Thank you for being here. This is a good soul.
So, ladies and gentlemen, this shield reads as Sikh Temple, Sacramento recognizes Associate Justice of Appeals, 3rd District, George Nicholson, for his civic leadership and commitment to the Sacramento community, September 29th at Sikh Temple, Sacramento.
I didn't know this was going to happen tonight, so thank you very much. It's a privilege and an honor to be here with all of you tonight. My son is sitting back there. We came together to be with all of you. I have never been in a Sikh temple before, and I have always wanted to come. And now that I've come and seen the nature of your service and the warmth with which all of you have welcomed us, my son and I just want to say thank you very much for that welcome, and thank you very much for this honor. I am very grateful.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks for coming. Ladies and gentlemen, our FBI Special Agent in charge, Roseville Division, Sian Reagan is here. You're welcome to our Sikh faith and Sacramento Sikh Temple. In this event we are doing is open house today for everybody. Please come and say a few words, and we all welcome you. Thank you.
Good evening, everybody. It's just an honor to be here. Really appreciate the invitation, I actually didn't know that I was going to be speaking, so as I was walking in, I was a little late and heard my name called. So anyway, I'd just like to appreciate my appreciation to all of you for inviting me and for having this event. It's great for the community, and it's great to bring everybody together in this type of environment. So I really appreciate it, and I look forward to working with the community in the future and coming to many more of these events. So I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Sean. So, plaque reads, Sikh Temple, Sacramento recognizes FBI Special Agent in Charge, Roseville Division, Shant Reagan, for his civic leadership and commitment to the Sacramento community, September 29th at West Sacramento Sikh Temple. Thank you.
Sikh community is the victim of hate crimes. About 10 Sikhs got shot and killed since 9/11. We have nothing to do with 9/11. Our first Sikh was shot and dead in Arizona right after 9/11. And FBI is a big help for us. And we invited U.S. Attorney also couldn't come in today. And recently, about 2-3 months before, we received a threat for the Sikh temple. And that came in on our Facebook about 4 weeks before. Mr. Sandhu, he has a very nasty, bad email threatening him, and that was given to FBI. And the next day, we had 2 FBI agents came in and met Mr. Sandhu, and they're investigating on it. So that's what is happening, and we appreciate your service and doing for the Sikhs, for community as a whole. I heard our assembly member is here. Kevin McCarty, can you please come? Oh. I did recognize him with the blue patka he's wearing, you know, so I'm sorry. Kevin is a friend of the Sikh community from last 20 years, and I have a good friendship with him since as a council member of Sacramento. And so he's with us all the time. Anything Sikh community need, he's with us, and we appreciate his help. And I think locally everybody know Mr. Kevin, and he will come and say a few words. Thank you.
Good evening. Thank you for that introduction. Again, my name is Kevin McCarty. I have the pleasure of representing this area in the State Assembly, the 7th District, the majority of the city of Sacramento, as well as the communities of West Sacramento and the unincorporated areas of the county, Antelope, North Highlands, and Rio Linda. And certainly I've been here before to the Sikh Temple in West Sacramento, but it's my honor to come here tonight. I think this is the first time I've been as your assembly member. Before, I think I was a city council member or a candidate. And certainly pleased to be here at this open house, visiting with friends and community members. And I want to say that I'm excited to bring my 2 daughters in the back. I have twin girls back there, Barbara and Victoria. They have never been to a Sikh temple, but they have Sikh friends at their school. And so they're super excited to report to them on Monday morning on their exploration tonight. So again, thank you for having me here tonight. And just want to say the Sikh community is a vital piece of our Sacramento fabric, and you should know that your elected leaders are full support of this community, and in the good times and in bad. So you should know that your state legislative representatives as well as local government stand behind this temple and the Sikh community. Thank you.
We got to give you something to put on your wall. Okay. So something that our member could put it on the wall in his office, so you'll remember us. Sikh Temple Sacramento recognizes Assembly Member Kevin McCarty for his civic leadership and longtime friendship with the Sikh community of California, September 29th at Sikh Temple, West Sacramento. Sir, we're really pleased to finally you made it. That's good.
Yes.
Camera, he wants a little bit more time.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'll invite Kathleen Burnett, FBI Community Outreach Specialist, Sacramento. Kathleen, are you here? Kathleen. Sorry. Okay. Luis Montes from the mayor office of Daryl Steinberg, Sacramento. So he will come and say a few words. Steinberg gave us, and he passed a resolution for that we are all Sikhs. It was all celebrated in Capitol. Okay. And so it was a turban day. The Sikh senators, they wore the turbans, and the ladies senators, they wore the suits. So he's our friend for a long time, and he couldn't come in today, but Luis Montes is here from his office to read his message, and Kathleen is here after this. Kathleen. Just a second, just wait. Let him say a few words.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Luis Montes. I'm here on behalf of Mayor Daryl Steinberg. I and the mayor would like to extend our sincerest appreciation to the Sikh congregation for opening up your doors to our community. Now more than ever, it is important that we come together and support, celebrate, and embrace our diversity so that together we can thrive and prosper. Thank you again for inviting us to join you in experiencing the sacred temple.
Black for the mayor, so next time let him know the Sikhs want to be here in person. Sikh Temple, Sacramento recognizes Mayor Daryl Steinberg for his civic leadership and longtime friendship with the Sikh community of California. September 29th, Sikh Temple, Sacramento.
Just a second. And now we are exchanging. I welcome Kathleen Burnett. She's here, so I didn't know. I know she was coming. I'm sorry, Kathleen. So I invited other guests. So Kathleen will come and say a few words, and after we're going to recognize her. And after Kathleen, Dave Jones, Insurance Commissioner.
Hi, my name is Katie Burnett. I'm the new Community Outreach Specialist at the Sacramento FBI office. I just want to thank you very much for inviting me here. It's such an honor. I haven't been to an event like this yet, so I'm loving learning about other cultures and faiths, and I'd love to speak to anyone who'd love to come and talk to me afterwards, just to get to know you. And again, I'm very honored to be here, so thank you very much.
Sikh Temple Sacramento recognizes Community Outreach Specialist, FBI's Sacramento Division, Kathleen Burnett, for her civic leadership and commitment to the Sacramento community. September 29th, Sikh Temple, Sacramento. Thank you, Kathleen. Welcome. Thanks for coming. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Commissioner Dave Jones is our friend for a long time, and I think he couldn't come in today, but he has Doria. She works in his office. I know he's candidate for State Attorney General. Yeah, I think he's very busy, but we all wish him best, good luck. I invite Doria come and say a few words. Doria.
Sat Sri Akal, Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. I'm going to say a few words in Urdu, and then I'm going to read what Commissioner Jones sent to the Sikh community. कमिश्नर जोन्स ने मुझे भेजा है कि मैं आप सब लोगों को का बेहद शुक्रिया अदा करूं कि आप लोगों ने अपने टेंपल गुरुद्वारे के दरवाजे सब लोगों के लिए खोले हैं, अपना दिल खोला है, उनको लंगर पे बुलाया है। आपको इस फर्स्ट कम्युनल डिनर पे बहुत बहुत मुबारकबाद हो। और उन्होंने मुझे ख़ास ये कहा है कि मैं आप लोगों को कहूँ कि आप लोगों की रहनुमाई लोगों के लिए आगे बढ़ने में, साथ जुड़ के रहने में, अमन का पैगाम पहुंचाने में वो इस बात के बहुत ममनून और बहुत बेहद शुक्रगुजार हैं। तो कमिश्नर जोन्स और डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ इंश्योरेंस की तरफ से बहुत शुक्रिया। I'll say something in English. So we also, Commissioner Jones, want you to put something on your wall. It's a certificate of recognition awarded to Gurdwara Sahib Sikh Temple. Congratulations on the first community-wide open house for 500 people. Thank you for offering temple tours, for celebrating your faith, and for sharing your communal meal langar with all of us. We appreciate your efforts of building bridges of understanding and for bringing peace to our diverse community of Sacramento. Thank you very much.
ਤੁਸੀਂ ਪਿਕਚਰ ਚੰਗੀ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਲਿਓ, ਨਹੀਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਘਰ ਸ਼ਾਮ ਨੂੰ ਜਾਣਾ। Thank you very much. Good to see you. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our literature, the little book. It tells about Sikhism. Our Gyani Ji, Badawa Singh Ji compiled it, and this is very good information. Please take that one, and you will know what Sikhs are, what we do, what we are. And there is another book written by him, How to Meet God. It's in English, and you can take that book also. It's a very nice, good understanding how we can, in this our human life, we can see the light, how we can see God, we can meet God. This is our goal in Guru Granth Sahib, like produce your light, like Christ did it, same thing, produce our light. I like to say that the Sikhs in the U.S., they're in army. Two of the Sikhs sacrificed their life for U.S. For the nation. One in Afghanistan, and I think one in Iraq. And Sikhs are all over. We are 2% of the population of the India, but Sikhs are all over the world. I have one person in right now, and here he is the retired colonel from the Indian Army. Colonel Gill, would you please stand up? He's a retired colonel from the Indian Army. Thank you. And he's decorated with the Veer Chakra and other 2 awards he received. He served in infantry. Thank you. Thanks for coming, Mr. Gill. I will introduce now our General Secretary, Mohinder Singh Sandhu. Sandhu is a great person, dedicated to the Gurdwara, very good speaker. And I will ask him, beside that we have 3 speakers. And like I said, we will try in a short time they will speak on a different issue. That way you can understand more about us and our history. I will welcome Mohinder Sandhu. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mundi. We have first of all, as a General Secretary of this wonderful place of God, we, on behalf of the entire Management Committee, we welcome you to our temple. I am at loss of words actually to describe a whole bunch of feelings that I have. I feel like choking up because Sikhism, as well as Rachel said, John Fish said the same message, that we are all children of God. And we have same destination. We came, God is in us, all of us. Sometimes we just don't recognize because we get various labels on us, and we forget that we are children of God, so we're brothers and sisters, and we should love each other as we love God. And if we can't love each other, there is no place in the house of God, neither here, neither upstairs. God doesn't have any boundary and doesn't have any specific religions. It's just mankind that made it. But one thing is true for sure, that we are all children of God. God is in all of us. So we are touched that you've taken time from your busy life and come here and pray with us together. And theme of today's function is building bridges to come closer to each other, breaking barriers that we recognize that we, as a human being, we are brothers and sisters regardless of our color, regardless of our faith, regardless of our variety of other differences, that we are brothers and sisters. And hopefully we will keep this in our mind all the time, say our neighbors, get to know more about them. So welcome, thank you, thanks to all of the people, especially Rachel, who has put in a lot of time. Thank you. And we're volunteering you for the next year's function as well. We have 3 speakers. I'm not going to take too much of your time. We have 3 speakers who are going to touch on one or the other aspects of Sikhism. So first, we have a high school student, Simran Baines. I would request Simran is coming. And then we have a very vibrant, very promising young man, Jagjit Singh. After Simran and after Jagjit Singh, Dr. Amrik Singh will be our last speaker. Each speaker to take less than 5 minutes or less. It's 7 o'clock, Mundi Saab. We will be done 7:15. So we were worried all along through the planning process that you're not used to sit for a long time here like this. So please bear with us, and we will do as best quickly to finish this program. Simran.
Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Guru Pyari Sat Sangat Ji, first of all, I would like to welcome all the interfaith members to our Sikh temple. It is such an honor to speak in front of so many people who are interested in our faith. Today, I'm going to tell you a true story in Sikh history, a story about courage and bravery, about hope, faith, and sacrifice. This is the story of the Char Sahibzade, the 4 beloved princes and the sons of the Guru Gobind Singh Ji. On November 24th, 1675, Guru Gobind Singh Ji became the Sikh's 10th and final human guru, following the martyrdom of his father, the 9th Guru, Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji. Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji gave his life to save another religion. Guru Gobind Singh Ji was a warrior, a poet, a philosopher, and a divine messenger from God. He shaped the Sikh religion into what it is today and completed the compilation of Guru Granth Sahib Ji, the sacred text of the Sikhs. Guru Gobind Singh Ji had 4 sons, Sahibzada Jeet Singh, Jujhar Singh, Zorawar Singh, and Fateh Singh. During this time period, the Mughal Empire, led by Aurangzeb, took control of all of India. They brought fear and terror into the lives of the common people. They forced people to convert to their religion in order to gain a stronger hold on their territory. They thrived off the suffering of the people. Our Guru, Guru Gobind Singh Ji, saw this as unjust towards humanity. Aurangzeb, as a result, saw Guruji as a threat and wanted to destroy him and the Sikhs. Local kings, with the help of Emperor Aurangzeb, marched upon Anandpur and laid a siege to the fort in May 1705. Over the months, the Guru and his Sikhs firmly withstood their successive assaults, despite insufficient amounts of food. At this stage, the besiegers offered, by taking an oath, safe exit to the Sikhs if they quit Anandpur. At last, the town was evacuated during a night in December 1705. But as the Guru and his Sikhs came out, the Mughals set upon them in total fury. The Guru himself was able to make his way to Chamkaur, 40 kilometers southwest of Anandpur, with barely 40 Sikhs and his 2 elder sons. There, the imperial army, following closely on his heels, caught up with him and surrounded them in an old fort. The Battle of Chamkaur Sahib took place on December 25, 1705, and lasted for 3 days. This wasn't a battle between 2 religions. It was a battle between good and evil, and a battle between justice and equality, and those who wished to exploit others for their own personal gains. The battle was between 1,000 Mughal soldiers and only 40 Sikhs. Despite the overwhelming odds, the Sikhs inflicted tremendous losses on the Mughals. Guru Gobind Singh Ji's 2 eldest sons, Ajit Singh, who was 18 years old at the time, and Jujhar Singh, who was 14, witnessed the battle from the sidelines. They witnessed how one by one the Sikhs were fatally wounded and were martyred on the battlefield. The eldest son saw this and said to the Guru, "Dear father, permit me to go and fight on the battleground, and grace me with the opportunity to make my life fruitful and worthy in service of the Panth, in service of this path." Guru Gobind Singh Ji blessed his son and proudly gave him a weapon, and at 18 years old, Ajit Singh was martyred. Guru Gobind Singh Ji's second son stood there and watched his brother lying on the ground covered in blood. What did Jujhar Singh do? He went to his father and said, "Permit me, dear father, to go where my brother has gone. Don't say that I am too young." At this time he was 14 years old. "I am your son. I am a Singh, a lion of yours. I shall prove worthy of you. I shall die fighting with my face towards the enemy, with God's name on my lips and the Guru in my heart." Guruji proudly let his son go, and with that, Jujhar Singh became Shaheed on the battlefield just like his brother. Guru Gobind Singh Ji's 2 eldest sons sacrificed their lives for the sake of righteousness and justice. The Sikhs achieved victory in this battle, but this wasn't the end of the fight. Guruji's 2 younger sons, 9-year-old Jorawar Singh and 6-year-old Fateh Singh, and Guru Gobind Singh Ji's mother, Mata Gujri Ji, had left Anandpur Sahib along with Guruji, but got separated due to bad weather following a flood in Sirsa River. They went with their old servant Gangu, who betrayed them and handed them over to the Mughals. They were imprisoned and locked in a tall, cold tower without food or water. The Mughals thought that if they could convert the Guru's children, then they could defeat the Guru. After a few cold December nights in the tower, the 2 young children were brought to the emperor. The Mughals told the boys, "Convert to our religion. You will be given wealth, rank, and honor, and you will live good lives. You will be honored by the Emperor Aurangzeb. If you say no to my offer, you will be treated as infidels and will be put to death." Zorawar Singh and Fateh Singh knew that it was time to sacrifice their lives the way their grandfather, Guru Tegh Bahadur Ji, and their 2 elder brothers, Ajit Singh and Jujhar Singh, had done. These children refused to convert and obtain riches and status, and rather die for their religion and for the good of mankind. They stood with their faith in the path of righteousness. Aurangzeb ordered for the 2 youngest sons of the Guru to be killed, and on December 28, 1705, at age 9 and 6, Zorawar Singh and Fateh Singh were bricked alive. All 4 sons of Guru Gobind Singh Ji willingly sacrificed their lives at such young ages to do what was right for the good of humanity and to protect the rights of freedom for all. Sikhism is founded on the principles of interfaith respect and harmony. A Sikh, by definition, must respect and accept all other world religions and with kindness and compassion. A Sikh must protect guard and allow the free practice of customs and beliefs of all other religions. All are equal in the eyes of God, and therefore we must serve and protect one another and defend our rights in freedom and justice for all of humanity. Thank you. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
Thank you, Simran. Excellent. This is just giving you just a very small picture in time how Sikhism and Sikhs since inception have undergone a lot of persecution because the stand that we took and stand we take today and what we stand for, which is equality for all, justice for all. And we are sworn to stand for those who cannot defend themselves. And that's where the martial part of Sikhism is. We really never fought any wars for us, but we did fight wars to protect the civil rights, the freedom of everybody, mostly non-Sikhs. So this is one of the small little snippets, time capsule. Thank you, Simran. So next speaker we have is Jasjit Singh. I would request Jasjit to come close to the podium as I introduce him. It's my pleasure to introduce Jasjit Singh, a young leader in the Sikh community. He has worked with or many other finance organizations. Jasjit was one of the early organizers of the Jaikara movement, which is now national leader focusing on youth, mentorship, and activism. During law school, he worked for Insaf, which means justice, for a human rights organization documenting human rights abuses by the government of India. Jasjit is now completing a fellowship with the San Francisco Foundation, one of the nation's largest grant funding institutions. His work there focuses education equality, criminal justice, and youth development. Before this position, Jasjit worked for the Sikh Coalition, a DC-based public advocacy organization formed in the aftermath of 9/11. While there, he was instrumental in creating policies for religious articles of faith now used by police department around country. There are very few in the Sikh community with the education and breadth of experience Jasjit brings to the Sangat. Jasjit Singh, he's going to talk to you about articles of faith that I just mentioned in his bio. So please.
Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. Thank you. That's a sharp. Yeah, that's good. That's good. Okay. So I start with this phrase that many of you have heard in the past few speeches. So Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh is translated to the Khalsa belongs to the one, and the one is victorious. It is a phrase that we use when we enter a room and we greet another Sikh or anybody else. It is a phrase when we leave a room. It is a phrase of victory. It is a phrase that we use in times of sorrow. It is a phrase that we use to remain in eternal optimism. So that is why we start with this phrase. Thank you for that introduction. I'll just be providing a brief background about Sikhi for all of you. I will go a little bit into what I do right now. So I work at the San Francisco Foundation, along with the work around education equity, criminal justice, workforce development, and transit. I also help with our FACE initiative, which is an interfaith community organization funding that we do in the 5 counties of the San Francisco Bay Area. And then I also work with the newly formed Interfaith Council of Alameda County. I'm happy to talk to any of you afterwards. So the Sikh tradition began with Baba Nanak in 1469. He was born in the region of Punjab, which is an ethno-geographical area, which is now divided into eastern Pakistan and northwest India. From early age, Guru Nanak rejected traditions and religious practices of predominant faiths at that time, as he felt that some of these practices were creating a distance between the people and the Creator. He felt that some of these holy men and God men were basing lives on superstitions and false beliefs and wanted to bring the people together. For Sikhs, God is not defined as ours or yours. God is Ram, God is Allah, God is God, God is Vaheguru. But when I define who God is, I try to say God is the One. The One is the energy around us. The One is the energy within us. It is within every being, every animal, every creature that we live amongst. The One has no gender, the One has no form, and it is always constant. And as we've heard here, there are three core practices of the Sikh faith: to earn honest living, to meditate upon the name of the One, and to share with others. This simple message resonated with many across South Asia, continues to resonate with many here in North America, and also spread to many parts of the world. Acceptance of other religions, regardless of their race, faith, gender, caste, creed, sexual orientation, allowed followers of other faiths to incorporate aspects of the Sikh way of life into their own practices, rejecting superstition, rejecting caste, and rejecting any practice that did not provide equal rights to men, women, or anybody else. As you can imagine, creating such an egalitarian society did not bode well for the governments of that time. Sikhs were persecuted and began to arm themselves against oppressive regimes. So as the persecution continued, a continuum of 9 living gurus followed Guru Nanak. The last living guru, as described earlier, Guru Gobind Singh Ji, formalized the Sikh faith with the founding of the Khalsa, aka the Army of God. Building on the message of Guru Nanak and beyond, Guru Gobind Singh held a ceremony in the early spring of 1699. He asked his followers to become members of the Khalsa, or become initiated. Initiated Sikhs became the embodiment of the Sikh faith, both internally and externally. They used Singh and Kaur as their last names, meaning lion and lioness. And it also removes any sort of familial background and indication of caste from their names. They are to refrain from drug and alcohol use. They are only to eat meat killed in a non-ceremonious way or choose to be vegetarian. The idea behind this is to create a society that stands for one another, but stands for others, and stands in solidarity with one another and in solidarity with others. The 5 Ks are constantly referenced in the Sikh faith, and I'm going to give you a little bit of details around the 5 Ks. The 5 Ks are actually the 5 kakars. And the kakars are articles of faith that the Sikh people wear once they have become initiated in the Sikh faith. Initiated or not, many Sikhs choose to wear one of the main kakars, which is a kada, which is an iron bracelet that you will see around many Sikhs in the community. Another kakar is ges. Ges refers to hair, uncut hair. Ganga is a wooden comb that Sikhs carry with them in order to keep their hair nice and tidy, and then tied into a top knot. Kashara are long undergarments that are worn underneath the clothing. And then finally we have the kirpan, which is a sword that Sikhs carry at all times in order to be prepared and ready to protect others and those around them. And it's this actual physical identity that you see targeted today. Sikhs were instructed to cover their kes, their uncut hair, with turbans. Also known as a dastar in Punjabi, the dastar is a symbol of justice and a marker of identity. During the times in which Sikhism was coming to light, turbans were only worn by dignitaries, turbans were only worn by certain people, and the Guru wanted to create a society in which everybody could have that dignity, could have that respect. So he bestowed the idea of wearing a dastar for everyone. As Sikhs, we have been instructed to stand tall for all, especially in the face of injustice. For a community that has faced 3 large genocides, countless persecutions, and even acts of ethnic cleansing, we are truly no strangers to the issues that we face in a post-9/11 world. While 9/11 has put our community on alert And while news outlets continue to headline the crimes that committed against our community will not be seen as victims. And we truly try to stay focused on the long run, on the idea of eternal optimism, of Chardikala. We have faced far worse, and instead our intention is to fight racism, hatred, and bigotry through seva, otherwise known as selfless service. So whether that is protesting at civil rights and human rights events, sending supplies to hurricane victims, opening our doors during crises as this Gurdwara and its committee did during the Orville Dam crisis, we will continue to serve humanity as instructed. And I also want to point out that I really appreciate the organized open house today. And I also want you all to know that the Gurdwara, the actual meaning, the definition of the Gurdwara, is the gateway through the Guru, through which the Guru can be reached. The Gurdwara has 4 doors. The Gurdwara is open to all. The Gurdwara truly is an open house at any time. The Guru is not closed for anyone. The Guru is open for all to learn from, to hear from, to speak to. Issues of ignorance regarding our identity have existed and may continue to exist, but our goal in educating others about us is secondary to the idea of spreading love and providing aid. Education comes with action. We are committed to that action, and if we can spread the message of love through doing, that is much more powerful than simply stating who we are and what we do. Internationally, we have organizations like Khalsa Aid who are supplying langar, free communal meals, for Rohingya Muslims in the Bangladesh border right now. For war victims in Syria, Khalsa Aid is currently providing food and shelter to many of those who are suffering. We have local organizations such as the Shkara movement who are building a generation of youth that build community relationships and are being raised as proud Sikhs, proud of their identities, and proud to be a part of the community in which they live in. So my time here is limited, and I do want to stick to the 5-minute mark. And I just want to spread this idea that it's truly wonderful to see you all here today. The Sikh faith faces many instances of identity issues and other such issues, but the idea is not to bring in another organization or another faith and talk about them, not us. The idea is to stand together. The idea is to stand tall, united, just like this congregation here is today, and I truly appreciate you all coming out here. The last message that I will send with you is something that the 10th Guru, Guru Gobind Singh, stated, and I'll say it in Punjabi and then I'll provide you with the translation. Guru Gobind Singh said, Manas ki jaat sabe ek pachanebo. Recognize the whole of mankind as a single caste of humanity. Vaheguru Ji ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji ki Fateh.
Thank you, Jasjit. Wonderful remarks. Hopefully you find good insights that Jasjit has provided. Thanks a lot again. Our next speaker is Dr. Amrik Singh. Dr. Saab, thank you. So Dr. Amrik Singh is a PhD degree from a University of Punjab. He is professor of ethnic studies, Punjabi language and linguistics at CSU Sacramento. He has served on Dean's Advisory Council for UC Merced. He has authored hundreds of articles on socio-political issues related to South Asian and North America. He is associated with the Sacramento Valley Charter School in West Sacramento, first charter school that is run by Punjabis in America. Thank you, Dr. Saab. So he will address the congregation and then we will do some wrap up. Thank you.
Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh. So I would try not to repeat what you already heard. But simply I want to say the interfaith is the core of Sikhism right from day one. Our first Guru, Guru Nanak, in his journeys for 28 years, so he was in search of true saints, those who are devoted to God, one God. And in his journey of 28 years, so he discovered many traditions. but those traditions were not fitting in the prevailing norms of the society, in which Brahmins were only supreme, all others were degraded or untouchables or so. So Guru Nanak brought their wisdom, and before he passed away, he gave that wisdom to his successor and asked him to preserve that in a script, which is called Gurmukhi, which you know Punjabi. So that script was updated by the second Guru. And in this Guru Granth, which you see, there are 36 great saints, their holy hymns. And only 6 Sikh Gurus' hymns are here. So 30 others, and they come from different backgrounds, like Baba Farid, a Sufi saint from Islamic background. Bhagat Ravidas, a great saint from untouchable background. So in that time, there was no chance of being untouchable, being recognized as a saint. So, but many high-ups tried to get their name entered in this scripture. They couldn't. So interfaith is core of Sikhism. And it's not a judgment on anyone. Like we are here, we are sitting here in honor of one God. And when we are sitting in honor of one God, we all become true. And true is a satsangat. So it's a satsangat. We are here to consider what is best for this humanity, what is best for this planet, what is best for all of us. So Sikhs came here, started coming in 1890, but that's only the records available. But they had experiences coming here even before. It is unrecorded. Let me tell you that American Presbyterians had a long relationship with Punjab back in 1834. They set up their mission in 1834, and Reverend John Cameron Laurie, great Presbyterian, he met Maharaja Ranjit Singh, who was the emperor of Punjab, sovereign Punjab at the time. He met him, and so they set up their mission there, and Laurie was honored in his court for 7 days, and when he came back, he was given lots of gifts. So then another Presbyterian, you would see, his name is Newton. He was a scholar of Punjabi, and he wrote the first Punjabi grammar and dictionary in Punjabi. And he translated for many other Presbyterians. And he is the first one to translate New Testament in Punjabi. So 1834, after that, the Punjab became under the British colonialism, and then most of the Maharaja Ranjit Singh soldiers were recruited by the British. They fought the British war at different places. When they retired, then they were settled in different parts of the world, like in Canada, New Zealand, Australia. So it's back then they started going to different places. But when they came here, because Canada at that time was under the British, and many of those soldiers had been awarded for the bravery. They sacrificed their lives for the British. And when they met with discrimination here, there was a sense that in British India, they have no place, no statehood. And when they come to here in Canada, so there is no place here. So then they came here to California, and they read about American Revolution, and they were inspired, and then they formed a party. Why shouldn't we, free our country from the British occupation? So they formed a party here for British for freeing India from the British occupation, and that party is called Ghadar Party, and it happened here in Stockton and in San Francisco. So their first resolution was to set up the temple that is in Stockton in 1912, and the first president of that temple was a great man, Sant Teja Singh, who was a lawyer, attorney, and a master's in English. But he still wanted to further study. Then he went to Harvard and got another master's and got friends with one of the great Professor Perry, who was a buddy of Woodrow Wilson in New Jersey, the Princeton University. So the early pioneers, when they have contributed a lot here. By 1910 or 12, the Sikhs, though they were only between 3,000 to 5,000, but they had 82,000 acre land that they were, holding on lease, and they produced a lot of lettuce, a lot of other tomatoes, and contributed a lot to American economy. And during the First World War, and they liberally contribute to the Liberty bonds. So we have so much history in Stockton Gurdwara. I had a chance to research that history, and it's amazing kind of records how the congregation like we have it today. It was on November 21st, 1915 in Stockton, just like this, when UC Berkeley professor Arthur Pope was the chief guest, and when lots of other community members were there, and they just talked about what is best for humanity. And in World War I and World War II, the Sikhs, I would just, because time is too short, the Sikhs, 82,000 turbaned Sikhs died in these two world wars. And they were sent on the front where it was very hard, most difficult fronts, and they always won on those fronts. So it was what? They were not fighting other people's war, they were fighting because when they are in the war, they are standing true to their guru, and they don't run from the field. They just want to be true to their essence. So in so short a time, I would just give some glimpses. Like when you have only 3,000 Sikhs here, could you imagine that they can send somebody in the US Congress? It happened. In 1956, Dalip Singh Sand fought against a Republican, and that seat was traditionally from the history, the entire history of America, that was a Republican seat, and he was a Democrat. And he had to face so much discrimination, but he stood to his ground. He was a general secretary of Stockton Gurdwara. He worked with interfaith like you are here, and he spread the Guru's message. And what happened, to the surprise of everybody, he became the first Asian, first Indian, first Sikh to become the congressman in the United States. And it happened in 1957. So I would again say that Sikhs always try to identify themselves with others' pains, others' pleasures. So, and we will continue to do so in future also. Thank you for taking a little bit more time. Thank you. Vaheguru Ji Ka Khalsa, Vaheguru Ji Ki Fateh.
Thank you, Dr. Amrik Singh Ji. I know you're tired. I can tell. But I have a speech to give, so, what should I do that I prepared for 2 days? Okay, I won't do that. Just a couple things, and then we're going to basically be wrapping up. You heard a lot, and it's a lot to digest. So I wanted to simplify it. One, anybody you see with a turban on, anywhere in the world, 99.9 chances are they are Sikh. Okay? Second, Sikh word is not Sikh, it's not Sikh, it's Sikh. It's like Mikhail. KH is spelled, if pronunciated as just like you will say Mikhail. That K is a Sikh. It translates to be student, disciple. Guru, you've heard a lot of time, everybody talking about Guru. We call Guruji, Guru Granth Sahib. Guru translates into teacher, eliminator of darkness. There are a number of other translations, but for our Western world, Sikh is a student, Guru is a teacher. We go to our Guru for advice, for guidance, and our Holy Scripture is spiritual as well as provides you a day-to-day guidance which is non-denominational. It is giving guidance to mankind, not just only their Sikhs. So if you are interested, we have 2 literature booklets in the lobby. A lot of you may have picked up. The smaller booklet is wonderful in the sense that all things were very briefly we have tried to include, so that we're just generally what do you want to know about Sikhs, but in a very simple form. What are our customs? What our religion core beliefs are, etc., etc. All Sikhs throughout the world come from a region called Punjab. Punjab is translated to a land of 5 rivers. It's an Arabic word. Today, this was British India. Punjab was one region, one state. Today, half of the Punjab is in Pakistan. Half of the Punjab is in present-day India. However, the entire older Punjab, the language of that province, those people spoke Punjabi. So people who are in Pakistan, they are Muslims, but they speak the same Punjabi language that I speak. So our language is common. This was an artificial barrier created when British gave India, partitioned it, created Pakistan as a separate country. And my grandparents essentially had to force migrate from Pakistan to where we are now. A lot of people lost their lives during the transition. So we are not from other parts of India. We're not other parts of the world. So when you think of Sikhs, where do we come from? We come from Punjab, India. Third thing I wanted you to walk away with us was that you're going to have dinner after our service. All our services are accompanied by a dinner or lunch or breakfast. And kitchen, we call Guru Ka Langar, Guru's kitchen. It's community kitchen. It's a kitchen for all. Nobody who's serving, doesn't matter. We say, this is Guru Ka Langar. Sacred meal. It's open to all. So, interesting thing, my friends a lot of time ask me, if you're traveling in India or anywhere, as a matter of fact, in the world, Canada, UK, Europe, if you are ever in trouble and you can't find shelter, can't find somebody to help you, look up, ask someone, is there a Sikh Gurdwara here in the town? We have every city where we are in the world, Europe, etc. First thing we do is create our place of worship. Go there, get a taxi. If not, go collect, it's all right. Any Sikh you find, go to them for help, and we can guarantee you, it's our faith that we will provide you whatever shelter, help you need in the name of our Guru, regardless your religious belief. You don't have to be. Again, you can go to any Gurdwara, especially our historic Gurdwaras. You've seen Golden Temple. When you go there, go take part in the community kitchen. Have langar there. If you need shelter, ask the management. They have a lot of accommodation there that you can live there like for up to 7 days, practically free. So these things, just I wanted you to walk away with this thing. You know, who are Sikhs in your family? What do their beliefs are? So the rest of my fellow speakers, actually, they have covered a lot of those things. I didn't want to bore you with it. That the Guru Nanak was the person who started the Sikh religion. And so you've heard about, you know, from Mundi Sahib, I think he touched on it. Take the literature. There's a second book in the lobby that's just more, little heavier reading, spirituality. And I want to close with about 2009, I believe, was 300th year anniversary of our incarnation of our Guru Granth Sahib, and we did a big Nagar Kirtan, we basically prayed through we don't call it prayed, but we had a march around the capital for public education. We published at that time a small pamphlet, and I want to read directly from that, our philosophy, that we had a very wise man, our elder Gyaniji, his name has been mentioned, Gyani Vadhava Singh Ji. His name is mentioned on these booklets as well. He's author of both books. He was a person, if you met him, you will see he's a saint. You could feel it. And so he guided us a lot, so we always feel him in this temple all the time. So the Sikh philosophy, as he captured, would be that the creator and sustainer of the whole universe is one and the same. Thus, we are all spiritually one. God is residing in every human mind. Feel the truth of this in your mind and enjoy the fruits of the belief in practice. Only then we will be real brothers and sisters in love with one another, when we have God in our mind. All religions aim to achieve the same spiritual heights, but they are bound to be at different religious levels due to geographic regions, cultures, conditions, other habits and customs. God does not accept any label of religion. He does not accept any undue recommendations. He judges mortals by their deeds. Imbibe 5 spiritual divine qualities. Those are truth, contentment, compassion, righteousness, and patience. Life of strength and discipline over physical desires. So these are the first 5 you need to always seek to be there. And these next 5 are you want to get rid of them, which is lust, anger, greed, attachment, and pride. They stand in the way of our spiritual enlightenment. So ladies and gentlemen, one more time, thank you, everyone. Thank you for coming. You've been very patient sitting here. We hope this is just the beginning, not the end. Now, our religious practice calls for our staff, Kirtani Jatha, Bhai Sahib, we call them Bhai Sahib brothers. They are going to sing 5 stanzas of our hymn composed by 3rd Guru, which is we call Anand Sahib, which is Song of Bliss. They will sing. After they finish singing, we are all going to stand and join in a prayer. So you will hear us singing a hymn. You just stand with us. The prayer will be done in English, so you understand what prayer we say all the time, same prayer. This prayer is in every Gurdwara, never altered. And so after the prayer, we will, Gyani ji, a priest, we don't call this, a lot of times it's difficult to find English translation of the clergy, so forgive me. So they will open the Holy Scripture randomly. And at random, he will read from the left side of the page, the very first hymn that starts on the previous page and ends on that page. We will project that hymn translation on both the projectors. We call it Hukmnama, order of the Guru. So this is, when we say, you earlier heard that this is our living Guru, that is our Guru we are praying and Guru gives the answer. And we follow that all day. And the next time, each time in the morning we take the Hukmnama Sahib, then in the evening we take the Hukmnama Sahib. After that, the session would be closed. Once that is done and you enjoy it, you'll see that we'll go back to the lobby, get your shoes, move to the second building on your left-hand side, and we are going out of here. That's our kitchen, dining hall, and there's a wonderful meal waiting for you. It's a buffet style. It's all vegetarian, and there will be 2 counters, 4 lines, so you could just follow whichever way. It's the same meal. We will be around in the dining hall with you. I'm sure you have questions. You can always email us. Our email at the Sikh Temple is sikh.temple.sacramento@gmail.com. Sikh Temple Sacramento, just dots between the words, at gmail.com. We have website, sikhtemple.org. You can come to our website and there you can contact us as well. We will welcome you with both arms. You will not be, we are not necessarily, we are actually forbidden more or less. We don't convert people. We don't need to, because your religion is as good as anything. As long as we can be as loving human beings. Okay, one more recognition that we want to do. The gentleman with green turban with 2 cameras sitting in front of you, he is doing a wonderful service for the Sikh community, but everybody else. Every Sunday, our program is live broadcast on those websites, YouTube, Facebook, our website. So Pandal Sahib, please come to the podium. We want to recognize you for your service.
This service free of charge.
He does this service every week, free of charge, devoted to time. So his dedication and service is what the Sikhism really, really admires. It's the highest kind of giving, is a service to other mankind. So Jagdev Singh Pandal for providing excellent service and dedication to the Sikh Temple, Sacramento, September 29, Sikh Temple, Sacramento. From my heart, brother. You make us all proud. Bole so nihal. So instead of clapping, we always recognize that happiness with our greeting, which I just said. So without further ado, if you have any questions, we will lobby. We are here to still guide you. Last thing is that when you leave the parking lot, just be extra careful, because a lot of accidents do happen in the parking lot. And we want none to happen. So thank you again, once again. So during doing my part of the program, I'm sure I've done a lot of mistakes. And I ask for forgiveness, your forgiveness, and Vaheguru's forgiveness, and pray that God gives me the wisdom and the capability to serve the Lord